Alright, welcome back, guys. This episode's not gonna be that long. Just want to do some quests. Hang on. There we go. So, once we actually might send it out tonight, but I'm trying to figure out some games to play, or at least either play, replay, or do a different game mode of. One of them is Once Human, and mainly because Way of Winter, there's a lot more stuff with Once Human that we haven't even touched. Um, though I might do, I'll take a look to see roughly how difficult Way of Winter is, because I've seen Way of Winter can be pretty difficult. I might potentially start as a winter themed, like a winter timed thing. So probably starting December would probably be when I would start Way of Winter. Because I'd be able to stream on the weekends, well, every other weekend, um, until about mid-December. And then mid-December, I'd be able to put out content pretty often. Um, Alright. Frig, I don't have the benefits of low gravity. Alright. There's one.
So you've been to Source Extraction Point 73 then. What did you find out about this Mary person? Mary Ames, Nalcott Security Department, Warden of the Nalcott Island Containment Zone, Commander-in-Chief. So in other words, if I hadn't left Rosetta, then this Mary Ames would be my boss. Think she'd make a good manager? I know. I understand she's the one who reactivated the monoliths and wiped out the mayflies, and who knows what else. We probably have her to thank for stirring up open conflicts between the Union and Rosetta. Regardless of her intentions, we must thwart her plans. As the leader of the Union, I'll tell you this. I know how much of a debt we owe the mayflies. After all you've done for us, this is our chance to pay you back. You have our support. Sure, ask me anything. You mean you really don't know? The containment zone isn't located on Nalcott. It is Nalcott. The entire island is a Rosetta prison for dangerous deviations. I am. Rosetta decided the whole island of Nalcott was the perfect containment zone for deviations, transcendence, and other dangerous phenomena. Think about it. The monoliths, the other Rosetta facilities, these are all just fancy cages. The monoliths provide miraculous amounts of energy. But where do you think that energy comes from? There you go. The Transcendents are entrenched in the monoliths, but they're also prisoners there. They feed on life, and Rosetta feeds on their energy. It's a win-win situation for everyone except us mortals who get chewed up. It's been 20 years since Starfall, but Nalcott has never stopped being one big prison. I don't know what else Rosetta has in the works, but I'm sure they're not going to give up on their plans. I'm afraid I don't know about that. Maybe the sanctuary refers to rift space. That's what we call the zone between our world and other dimensions. Each of the transcendents in the monolith reside in a pocket of rift space. So it could be that's what Mary meant when she mentioned a sanctuary. We never used that term when I was with Rosetta, though. Maybe she's referring to some separate pocket of rift space, or another realm entirely. Unfortunately, I'm at a loss there too. That said, it's been 20 years since I was last in Rosetta. There's plenty they must have discovered since then. I don't know who this girl is, but if the head of Rosetta here is personally involved, then she's no ordinary child. Whatever Mary plans to do with that girl, it can't be good. And whoever that girl is, I'm sure she needs your protection from Rosetta even more than the rest of us do. Then good luck, Mayfly. No matter how difficult the road ahead is, I hope you don't give up. Humanity is counting on you.
Yes, sir. Okay, Forbidden Island. Talk to Pauline.
Well, at least now we finally know what kind of enemy we're up against. Mary
Ow.
Ames is responsible for everything that's happened on Nalcott, but she's still just a cog in Rosetta's global machine.
Alright, I guess we talk to Pauline now.
If we can take her down, though, we'll be protecting everyone on this island.
Good, you're here. Blackfell was founded by my uncle. This whole conflict between... I don't take Trenton. So, one of them might be related.
Yeah, my both quests, estimate, and, okay, so it's this or break into that facility. Got 24 minutes. Alright. So thinking. Alright. Let's head to the location. I will probably beat the game in about a week, because I'm unable to stream during the week. So, next weekend, depending on how much we get done, and the next, I don't know, 15 minutes. Well, depending on... Oh, there's the boss again. Can I get a shot off from here? I probably could, but it'd be too complex. What is that? Alright. So, don't know what that is. So, for Way of Winter, it is not a yes or no. It's a maybe, because I haven't even asked them yet. I have a friend that we used to play this game together, and then the arachnid boss was way too difficult. So we were like, how are we gonna beat this thing? So we both ultimately stopped playing until this. Like, this series is the first time I've played in probably half a year. Or a few months, I don't really know. Whatever we do, I'm gonna see if I can ask him if he would like to play Way of Winter, and if he would like me to stream with him. Because A, that'd give us a companion to have some fun with, and B, it'd help us out a lot. Though, I don't know if Way of Winter bosses scale with players, because if they do, that would make sense why when I saw the a four-person team go up against all the, or at least a good majority of the bosses, in Way of Winter 100 Days, they all were having a hard time with them. Right, let's prepare for a fight, especially saying that this mission is scaled for level 50. What is that? There we go. Well, that's not entirely good. Alright.
Another worker got infected by stardust in the oil fields today. And there was a fire at well number 4. Those are my guys out there, Ted. I can't keep watching them die. Hell, the settlement doesn't even have a doctor to fix them up.
Alright. Well, great. Starwalker. I guess I run. That does not sound pleasant. Nor does that. Oh, Jesus. One dog down.
My name's Ted Holt. I'm the leader.
Really? I know the cutscene for that, but really? Uh. Well, I'm gonna end the episode there. We're able to do a little, not a ton though. But either tonight or at some point next week, I'm gonna be putting a poll and basically y'all vote based off of what y'all want. Hope y'all enjoy.